Dean's on a hunting trip. Hasn't checked in a few days. He went looking for his dad, who was also on a hunting trip and hasn't checked in a few days. But now Dean's just like disappeared and gone wherever he wants. Imagine being able to do that. Like these Winchesters, man. Literally just going wherever they want, whenever they want. How do they pay for it all? Anyways, I'm Kat. I'm a friend of the Winchesters. I've known them like my entire life. Well, Dean for my entire life because he's a year older than me, but like I've known Sam for his entire life because he's only 22. Oh, that's probably where Dean's gone then, to go get Sam. We should leave that poor boy alone. Like, last I heard he was actually doing pretty well. Like, he was about to graduate college and go into law school. He has a girlfriend who she seems really nice. I met her once. Anyways, guess I should just wait a little longer then to see if Dean checks in. In the meantime, I guess I'll just read a bit. I have a book on my iPad called Playing Cupid, which I have to get done because it's a review copy. Basically, the storyline is that this girl, she hits Cupid with her car and then she needs to help Cupid fill his quota for the end of like the quarter or the year or something. I'm only a few chapters in so far. She's just hit Cupid and we'll see where this goes. I wonder if Cupids are real. Should check into some lore about that. On the topic of Cupids possibly being real, like, if they are, where the hell is mine at? Because they've been doing a terrible job. So Dean just called. Knew he should have left poor Sam alone. Jessica. This is the second woman who has died simply because she had a relationship with the Winchesters. Hope it doesn't become a pattern. So Sam's off hunting with Dean now. Like, he just like left behind that entire degree he did, and who cares about law school, hey? Could have had a bright future ahead of him, but guess now he's back in the hunter's life. We'll see how that goes. But I just got off the phone with the boys and they are hunting a Wendigo now. They keep saying Wendigo, but no, we all know it's Wendigo. And they asked me to look into some lore for them and I did find some. So I found this here. Looks freaky as hell. Would not want to run into one while I was in the woods. So they like turn into this at night, but during the day they just look normal. So I'm gonna have to call them back and tell them what I found. And you know, this is really cutting into my reading time. Like, I'm only 26% into playing Cupid. Would like to get some more reading done because they've just gotten to the part where our main character has decided that she's going to help Cupid, like, find and shoot the last 3 people. So I'm gonna get some reading done and just, you know, sit here and hope that the Wendigo doesn't kill the boys. Then on the weekend, I went hunting with Kate. We saw some weird things. We checked out some lore. These mirrors seemed a little sus. Saw the most Australian social distancing sign ever. Looked through the newspaper for any weird occurrences or possible cases. And then ate some food. Went on a hunt this morning. We're back in lockdown for 5 days here. So I went on a hunt to the supermarket and somehow there's more people in the supermarket during lockdown than there is when we're not in lockdown. Talked to the boys earlier this week and they were like hunting a demon on a plane, and turns out Dina's terrified of flying. Yep. Okay, I was like, you're much more likely to be killed by a demon than a plane crash, and nope. But then it turns out the demon was trying to crash the plane, so... But I have finished playing Cupid. It was okay, like, it had potential, but it just didn't hit it that well. But it is a fun, quick read that does hit on some serious topics if you feel like something like that. A Quarter Silver Flames technically comes out like today, but I have to wait for my Booktopia pre-order to ship and get here, so who knows when I'll get it, because Booktopia is terrible at shipping pre-orders on time. The only reason I bought it there is because Sarah J Maas is having an online speaking thing and you could only get a ticket if you bought it through them. But before that, I am reading The Gilded Ones by Namina Fauna. This is my book club's read for next month, so I'm excited to get to this one. It was pushed back like a year or something, so I'm glad it's finally out. I've read like 4 pages so far. It says it's perfect for fans of Children of Blood and Bone and Black Panther. I enjoyed Black Panther. I haven't read Children of Blood and Bone, but I do own it. But yeah, I'm gonna try and get some reading of this done. You're hunting who? Blood? Nope. 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 Not happening. Dean Winchester declared dead? I'll believe it when I see it. Which clearly they didn't, because I checked in with them a couple of days ago and they were like hunting some hookman who was killing like college students. So wonder who actually died then. But reading update, I was reading the Gilded ones by Namina Fauna. I'm just over halfway through it. This is my book club's read for, oh my god, like next week, so I need to finish it. I promised myself I was going to finish this more than a day before book club, but then this one was released. And I have been reading this for the past week. And I'm almost done. That's the end there. I am Sarah J. Maas trash. I love these books. I love these series. I love these characters. I'm loving it. I don't want it to end because I love it so much and we're gonna have to wait like 2 years for the sequel. But the Sarah J. Maas Australia and New Zealand panel event thing is tomorrow, so I want to finish it before then. So I'm finishing this tonight. Hopefully the boys do not interrupt me again. And then I will get back to the Gilded ones, which I am also enjoying. Oh, and another exciting thing that just happened is the Shadow and Bone trailer was finally released. I have a trailer reaction for that if you want to go watch that. It was super exciting and I love it and it looks like it's going to be amazing. You've been fighting what now? What? No bugs? No, you cannot bring in those bugs here. No, no. So you expect me to keep the fact that their dad was right there a secret from them? So the boys just like fought this evil doctor at an like old haunted asylum and oh no, that's why I stay away from those places. But in more important news, I finished A Court of Silver Flames last night and I loved it. 5 stars as always. I love Sarah J. Maas books. I adore Nestor and Cassian, and like Nestor is out here like being the most relatable like Sarah J. Maas heroine so far. I didn't want it to end, which is why it took me a week to read it. Yeah, ironically it takes me a week to read this, but it takes me like 3 weeks to read something like half the size. But I wanted to have it done because today is the Sarah J. Maas Australia and New Zealand like online event, and it's probably going to be spoiler free, but I just wanted to read it all just so I know. And I'm going to be mildly spoilery now, but I'm not actually going to say anything. So the red star that they see like near the end of the book, is that what I think it is? If you catch my drift, can you comment down below? This is one of those books where I read it and I get motivation and I want to do stuff. And then, but the problem is I know like in a few days after I've started having some separation from this book, I'll go back down to not having motivation. So I may need to reread this book sometime in the future.
That I was not done with this world and these characters, and that there was still so many stories I wanted to tell, both about the characters themselves, but also this concept of how do you rebuild a world that's just been torn apart by war.
Evil. Yo, Dean almost died for reals this time? Huh, that sounds like an adventure. You know, something tells me you guys are just going to be really hard to kill. Or at least no one's going to be able to keep you staying dead. Killer trucks? What? That's like some Transformers bullshit right there. You know, I think your whole family is just like magnets for trouble. I really don't know how those boys get into so much trouble. But another reading update, I am now back to reading the Gilded ones. I have to finish it before book club, and I probably won't finish it until the day of, because I'm just like that. I am enjoying it. I have no idea where it's going to end. I heard a friend say that it ends on like a major cliffhanger, so I'm like, do I want to finish it now or do I want to wait? Dude, telekinesis? That is so cool. You've got to come around and show me. What do you mean it's evil? Kate just heard of a new case that we really need to get to right now, so I'm gonna have to skirt around the boys and get out of here.
Kathleen, I really think you're gonna need my help.
No, I'm good. You guys stay here and figure out that telekinesis thing. You know what? Someone's just gotta say it. Do you know your dad is literally the worst? This one up. Love those guys. Striga, like the ones from The Witcher. If you meet Henry Cavill on the way, can you let me know? Note to self, never buy old paintings, especially if they're of families with creepy children. Go away, I'm reading. Vampires. I am so there, I'm on my way. Okay, let's get down to business. Defeating the Huns would be nice at this point, but really we've just got to figure out who this yellow eyes guy dude is and, you know, what the hell is happening with your powers. So I have all the research I could find. I've got the Shadowhunters Codex, I've got this Book of Saints, I have this book I borrowed from some friends, and then, you know, of course I've got everything that's behind me. The boys finally called Bobby. Like, why the hell didn't they do that earlier? Would have saved me so much time and I could have gotten so much more reading done. Okay, the boys have contacted Bobby, they're reunited with their father, and hopefully this demon shit is all done and dealt with, because I now finally have some time to read.